What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan and a very happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, March 29th, and I hope you all are doing well wherever you're at in the world at the time you find this reaction. And a big welcome back to those of you who joined me a little earlier in the day for my reaction to Inspector's season finale. So in this reaction video, I will be reacting to the season finale of Tomo-chan is a Girl. I have really looked forward to this finale since the events of last week. You guys know that I was absolutely glowing with the full confession and reciprocation of feelings between June and Tomo. They have earned it. Everyone around them has earned it. Mizuzu has earned it. We, the audience, have earned it. We have earned what we have gotten to at this point in the show. You know, I knew what people were saying about this being a very solid rom-com series that would have a little bit of corniness at the start, but it would really bring itself together in a great way in the end. And you guys were not lying. I was a little hesitant, you know, when it came to if June and Tomo would ever get to that point. But when we got to the mid-season point, I started to realize a transition and a shift in some of the, you know, the traditional stuff that happens in rom-coms. And we really started to execute plot points in a major way. The complexity of Mizuzu, the complexity of Karo, the complexity of Misaki, you know, of Tomo and June and all the people and their inner struggles that they're having. And one thing that I really like about this rom-com that I think is one of the ones that have really done this really well is that they were able to not only tell us the stories of all of the main characters in this series, but it felt natural. It didn't feel like we lost much. It didn't feel like anything was forced or rushed. It flowed really well. You know, when things started to really play out and we started to dig a little deep into why Mizuzu feels the way she is and she acted the way she did with June, to seeing the history between them, to seeing how Carol feels and her aloneness and not wanting to be alone in the world and the bond that she shared with Misaki that led to their points. And of course to the struggles that was happening between the two sets of best friends, which is of course Mizuzu and Tomo and June and Tomo, and them trying to channel and understand their emotions. You know, from really the mid-season onwards, it had really been just really driving home that this was a really complex situation, but also a very straightforward and standard situation. Adolescents that are scared of what the future may hold. And even we adults, even at me being 30, you know, going out now that I'm 31 years old, you know, I think all the time about, you know, what the future may hold for me 5-10 years from now. The people that I know now, will I still be cool with them? Will I still know them? Will I still maintain that bond 5-10 years later from now? But it's really big when it happens to adolescents, because when you're in high school, you know that the end is near. And what I mean by that is that when you're done with that, you're done with regular education. Some of you will go to college. Some of you will immediately enter the workforce. Whatever the situation may be, you know that things are going to change. And with Mizuzu particularly, the big thing here was the moment that I accept those two getting with each other and actually going through with their confessions, because we know they want to reciprocate feelings to each other, which of course those two being June and Tomo. She deeply in her soul believed that that would be the end of her friendship as she knows it with Tomo. Now, I'm not going to speak too much when it comes to did Mizuzu actually have romantic love for Tomo, because I personally don't think so. Even with how she reacted when she smiled and seemed genuinely relieved and happy when June went to apologize to her, and the fact that they were finally going to get to the point that she wanted to see them at. She had to really mature throughout this season to get to the point that she was in the last episode, and I really do feel that episode 11 was definitely the greatest episode of this show's season, and it probably was one of the greatest episodes out of most of the rom-coms that I've watched this season. So much, in fact, that for the first time this entire season, it is a possibility, depending on how we wrap this episode, this finale up, that I might actually have no choice but to switch out my top my number 3 anime of the season. Right now, it sits with Danmachi at the top and Magical Revolution at second. But the third had been Angel Next Door all the way up until very recently. But episode 10 and 11 really broke things open in the Tomo-chan series. And with episode 11's, it just completely insane execution in a good way. I'm now sat here wondering, am I going to have to put Tomo in front on principle because the complexity was just deeper to me? And right now, guys, I think the answer might be yes. But that's what I got for you right now. I have really, really enjoyed this journey with Tomo-chan. I appreciate all of you that have watched my reactions up to this point. And now we are going to watch this finale together, and I'll share with you guys my final thoughts and final rating at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this video up. It'll be a split second for you guys. And when I come back, we'll get this season finale reaction started. All right, y'all, I am back. I have the episode pulled up. The title of this season finale is To Stay by Your Side. Let's go ahead and get this started in 3, 2, 1. Yo, he is in bliss. They are both in bliss. Oh my goodness. This is wild. I'm so happy for the two of you. Tomo is so happy. Why are they beating my man up? Y'all need to do that to him now. Don't worry, you're gonna... Of course Kara will be the one. Are we gonna get a kiss too here, though? This is gonna be wild if we get the kiss in the finale after that wild episode 12. No kiss, no light. Stop! No kiss, no light. I'm about done. I'm about done. Who named this movie that? Oh my goodness. And this will be the last time getting to see this opening. What a ride it's been. What an absolute ride it's been. This show has literally been everything and more. Damn, I'm going to have to actually start thinking now. Because even if I decide to put this show in front of the Angel Next Door, it's still going to be a lot to put anyone here. And then again, though, I don't know. I'll let you guys know what my final thoughts are on the whole best show, best girl status stuff when I actually release that video over the weekend. Telepathy. All right. To stay by your side. And of course, it's Christmas or holiday time. Oh, it's such a no. I'm so happy for you two. You look grown up too. You look good, my girl. My man just had to look fresh for his girl now. You already know. Ah! Ah! Look at the honest. My goodness, I cannot. She is literally about to self-implode. I hope y'all make it through the state. Hell. Like, love is the real deal. A story of pure love. Oh my goodness. Hell, are you telling that to yourself? Of course she had to prep herself. Oh, stop the madness. What if the kissing scene never comes? Oh! Oh, oh! Oh! This is way too stimulating. I feel you, my girl. Oh my goodness. Way beyond. Damn, he is studying! Yo, sex between them is going to be so violent when that does happen. Look, he's just studying for future reference. Hey, I feel you. I can't relate, but I still watch the stuff. Oh my goodness! I cannot. Y'all two can't be doing all these confessions and adorable moments in this episode. Got you a whole gift and everything. This is how the date. No, I'm not going to make that comment in this show. Oh, he got. Oh, it looks so good on you, my girl. I'm glad you did too. I actually cannot with this episode right now, guys. I hope y'all know I cannot. Oh my goodness. I mean, you've overcome such a major thing for the both of you. And be greedy. It's fine. It's fine. And that's fine. That's normal, my girl. Wait, just a damn minute. And Mama is out. No, there's a different mission this evening. Oh, these two. But it's a different, but regardless of what you said last episode, this. They put the space shuttle up! They know! Oh my goodness. Ah! There you go! There you go! Say what you're here for! Oh my goodness. I expected nothing less. You are a whole lie, and I guarantee you, me and every other reactor to this show today is going to disagree with you. This is about to be such a violent kiss. I mean, we have to... Damn! Damn! Oh my goodness. A lot. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Agreed. 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 That's fine if you want to warm up it. Okay, so they aren't an actual item yet. Okay, okay, they're not a thing yet. Okay. She's waiting. Oh, so she didn't know they weren't a thing yet. Uh, oh, hell. Yeah, we don't got time for all that. She gonna beat him herself. Like, mama ready for some grandchildren. She about sick of this crap now. I just love that mama was his first love. Yes, she was all our first love. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Dang! Well, the violence is. Damn, called him an asshole and everything. My good. Oh, dang. Well, that went relatively poorly. I'm sure it's all gonna work out. You don't gotta worry, my girl. And the relationship development between Mizu and Carol continues to be just incredible. Oh, they haven't been able to get in touch? Oh, damn. Damn, is she really that down? And why didn't he just go ahead and correct this already? About him talking about the dad. Damn. Yeah, this is just going poorly. Damn, so they didn't even get to do their New Year's visit with each other. I mean, there's no need to take it out on him, though, my girl. I mean, mostly. Uh, then he's not going to feel worthy anyway. Yeah. Tomo about tired of this now. Yeah, and she has a. Oh, they are so pissed. Oh, they are so pissed. Oh boy, you got bigger problems to deal with. Oh, and we already know not to miss that girl. I'm sure y'all are going to be dating by the end of this episode. At least I can hope. Yeah, that's way too long. And that's a relatively silly reason to not accept the freaking relationship. Yeah, I think just ignore the damn requirement. The mama's gonna support it. See? Told you. It's gonna work out. He'll probably concede if he's not, I mean, not him, but the dad. He'll probably concede if he's still overpowering him. Or he might be off his game. I don't know. We'll see. Damn! He tried to get the sneak attack in! Hey, mama! Yeah, because he's not gonna be able to stay in this game. Damn! He's like, I'm so sorry. Damn! Don't kill my man! Carol won't be too happy about it. Which she's absolutely not gonna ever do that. I agree. Yeah. They're like, my goodness. Got their hair all messed up. And it's so nice getting to see Misu have such a more relaxed expression and smile. Damn, he's just so much stronger. Yeah, let's not get your ass whipped no more, bro. Oh, so y'all both gonna beat his ass? Oh, hell. That's wild logic. Yeah. And she also wants to establish that she's always gonna have your back. That is a lot of pressure now. Yeah. It would make sense. It's just such a monster. Barely dodged. My goodness. Look at my girl back there rooting you on, though. It's gonna be all right, man. Yeah. I mean, I respect it. We know this is a test. We knew that from the very get. Damn. I know my man about to be sore as hell in the morning. Damn, he got hidden though. Let's go, my dude. Damn. Yeah, she's had enough of this now. And there you go. She's so happy. He had to beat you to the punch, my girl. This is true too. Oh my goodness! Exactly the way it needed to be. You go in for your victory kiss, my girl. Oh my goodness. Oh, we know. Oh, we know. We know. What? This shit was legendary. Legendary, legendary, legendary. What a great ending. What a great show. Oh my goodness. That went everywhere. Oh my goodness. That went everywhere I could have imagined it could go. And then some. Oh my goodness. Incredible. Oh man, so many good moments. And again, you got to get yourself someone that looks at you the way that freaking Tomo looked at June in that one snippet when they was doing the athletic festival. Oh, she got her. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. My face is so fucking happy right now. I am so happy right now. This has been a great week waiting for this episode, and I'm just so glad we got it. We've gotten to this point, and there's a bit to unpack there. Gonna make sure there was no issues with the recording, and I'll come back with post thoughts and the final rating. Guys, what a hell of a great episode that was. We're gonna talk about a couple things here, and then I'm gonna jump into the final rating. First and foremost, this episode was everything that a finale for a great rom-com should be, from beginning, middle, and end. It was a phenomenal presentation. You know, up at the beginning with the fact that the kiss was going to be kind of the icing on the cake. It was going to be the final accomplishment that we were going to need to be able to say that this was a masterfully done presentation between Jun and Tomo, with the girls introducing the No Love, No Life, presenting that movie and watching their reaction and watching her sit in front of the movie banner and having to psych herself up for days and then getting there and completely imploding, and then all the way to the fact that he wanted to make sure that he had the parents' blessings before he actually asked her properly out. And of course, with male figures, as we tend to do, we have to make sure that, you know, our daughters, are the women of our life, are going to be protected if we're going to release them to someone else. And for someone like Tomo, with as hyperactive and as just all over the place as she is, she's going to need a solid rock that's going to be able to stand by his side. And, you know, for a moment, I thought we were getting ready to rebound a little bit there when we got close to the end, but it all came together really, really nicely. It was nice getting to see Misaki give Tomo that final push. It was nice getting to see her root her now man on, and that kiss, wow. That was a fierce-ass kiss, and I am so happy. And literally, of course, we knew that Tomo wanted to be the one to do it, because Tomo doesn't think about things, you know, in that essence of boundaries and gender and this and that. None of that shit matters. She loves this man. Her feelings has been reciprocated, and she's going to express that in the way that she wants to, at the time that she wants to do it. She's not going to be told how she has to do it or what the order is supposed to be. And that's how the best friendship and relationship this entire time has been, not only between Tomo and Jun, but between everyone that's been in our primary cast here. And so in the end, as we saw in that last photo, the five, Tomo, Jun, Misaki, Carol, oh goodness, damn, and Tomo, no, fuck, I've already said Tomo, I'm messing names up. Either way, and I'm going to restart that again, so let's scratch all that away. In the end, the final five, Tomo, Jun, Misuzu, Carol, and Misaki, have found their happiness, and they took their final picture, and we were able to say goodbye to what has really been a really, really magical series, and a series that I think I'm going to have to go ahead and put in front of the angel next door. One thing I want to say before I start my final rating discussion is going to be about Tatsumi. So, I know that there were some people who have talked about the fact that Misuzu didn't need to be alone, and I talked about this a little in the last reaction. I want to once again talk about that here, and about the fact that it seems that he's just a foregone whatever. He doesn't have any significant importance, and I hate to break it to all of you, he doesn't. And we need to understand that Misuzu has now, not only does she have standards for herself, she knows that she can be a B. Sometimes, a lot of times. She knows that whoever's going to be with her is going to have to understand her inside and out, and is going to have to be willing to put up with some of the growing that she still has to do as time goes on. But above all of that, Misuzu now has two couples on both sides of her that she's going to be able to watch and support, that show what a healthy, proper relationship through all the goods and bads should be. She sees her best friends now, and I know that it may be weird to say that Misuzu sees Jun as a best friend, and maybe they'll never be at that point, but she has a lot of respect and admiration for him, and in the end, she knows that she's going to be, that her best friend, Tomo, is going to be in good hands with Jun. And then on the other side, the unsung hero, Carol, who was able to finally, thanks to a pretty unfortunate push that happened by Misuzu that shocked the complete hell out of Misuzu. That final push helped both Carol and Misaki overcome everything that they were going through with their internal emotions with themselves and each other, and they were able to become a proper couple, and they're incredibly healthy and dynamic with their love and admiration for each other. And so for Misuzu, she sees these standards, these great, solid standards, and she doesn't need to settle. She just doesn't need to settle. She doesn't owe it to him or anybody to settle. When she decides that she wants to find someone and settle down with someone, she will. But right now, she's just happy seeing these peaceful days here and the fact that she's able to continue being best friends and that nothing has to change because of the fact that Jun and Tomo are now a thing. And in between all of that, I really do believe that she has found another forever best friend in Carol, because Carol really supported her, and we saw that in the last episode, in the episode 11, when Carol was about to walk away and Misuzu grabbed her hand, and I literally lost it, because that showed such a high level of maturity and change in her personality, and we really get to see the real deep down Misuzu, and it's just really was wonderful to see. And I think that she's exactly where she needs to be at this point. She don't need nobody. When she's ready for somebody, she'll get somebody, and you have a right when someone's really pushing to turn somebody down. She never had any interest in Tatsumi, and she don't need to be with him, and he don't need to be with her. Case closed. So, with that out of the way, it is time for the final rating. And again, I've talked about this in my last couple of ratings. I did make a recent adjustment to my weight. So as you can see on the screen, I still have the 4 categories: story, storyboarding, art, animation, which is combined, and music. Story is 40% of the score. Storyboarding has been increased to now 30% of the total score. Art and animation is 15%, and music is 15%. So the big difference is now the story elements all together now hold majority weight at 70% of the total score. So, the story. From the very beginning, we knew what this story was about. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that watched this anime what this story was about, because Tomo told you guys in the trailer, and she told us in the first couple of seconds of the first episode. She loves Jun, and she wants to be with Jun. That is at the heart of this show. What I did not anticipate was that every other character in some way, shape, or form was going to have a magnificent presentation in this show. Tomo's parents, Carol's mama, everyone in between, Misuzu's mama. And then again, our other sides with Misuzu herself, Carol herself, Misaki, and then the other 2 girls that ended up really loving and cherishing Tomo themselves. And I'll remember their names. I don't always, every now and then I remember their names and I don't remember their names. And right now I'm having that brain fart where I don't remember it, but I'm going to put their name up on the screen for you. But those 2 girls also had a relatively big comic relief purpose in this show, and everyone served a purpose. And I think that is key. There are so many more. Even my best rom-com from last year, not only my best rom-com, but my #1 show of last year, My Dress-Up Darling, kinda did have an issue with anyone else outside of our 2 main characters really getting a lot of love. And so when I think about it, it almost leads me to wonder if perhaps I might have overrated My Dress-Up Darling a little bit more. I don't think I did, and I don't believe I did, because that show has such a lasting impact that there's a reason I declared it my #1 show. But watching Tomo-chan and watching how this series developed through these 13 episodes up to the monumental moments that we saw in episodes 10 through 13, it just felt like a complete package. It was a complete package. And while unfortunately I will have to give, because of my personal feelings to it, my only real negative score to the fact that Carol and Misaki became a thing, despite the things that you already know, and I've talked about that in the last reaction, so I'm not even going to go on that tantrum now. I really believe that this story delivered about as well as it could have, all things considered. And I gotta say that this story does not get above an 8 without Misuzu. Misuzu was such a complex and dynamic character. We had so many different emotions, so much background behind her character, that she went from being a character I really didn't care for to my favorite character of the series. This show is not the same without Misuzu's presence, and I really want to give a special shout out to her because of how wonderful she was to moving things along in both directions, both in the direction of June and Tomo and in the direction of Carol and Misaki. So with that said, putting the one negative that I have aside, I feel that the delivery of everything we got, every single episode, contributed in some great way, and I want to award the story a 9.5 out of 10. Yes, a 9.5 out of 10. I'm blown. I'm blown, guys. I'm actually blown that I walk into this giving this high of a score for Tomo-chan as a girl. I'm blown. But that's where it is. That's how my emotions feel right now. I feel that this show deserves a very high award for what I believe was near masterful execution of its story. And storyboarding doesn't get that much different of a rating. And as a matter of fact, I would go and say I'm going to give storyboarding a 9 out of 10 because I really can't be giving all these halves all the time. I really try to avoid it. But I'm going to go ahead and give these storyboarding a 9 out of 10. I think that the arrangement of the story was generally very, very well done. I don't believe that really much of anything was out of place. And, perhaps with Carol, and especially the whole Carol Misaki thing, maybe perhaps I could have got a little more early on, but I don't really know if it's really, it's such a minimal concern that I had with how the execution of that part of the season was that it doesn't really weigh heavily. But again, it just, it's just a little weird for me. But the arrangement of the show itself, which is the point of the storyboarding rating, the arrangement of the show was fine. It was fine. It was done very, very well. I don't really think they could have done a lot different to present this show to us. And you know what? I'm just going to say storyboarding's a 10. Storyboarding's going to go back to a 10. Sorry. Storyboarding's being adjusted. It's a 10. I even with, because my issue with the whole Misaki and Carol thing was with the story. That was not with the storyboarding or the presentation of it. So I take that back. Storyboarding's a 10. There you go. So the story is a 9.5. The storyboarding is perfect. So with that said, it comes down to art and animation and music. The art and animation of this show was honestly stunning, quite frankly. There were some really nice moments. And again, the eyes and watching the life enter the eyes or the life leave the eyes was just really well done. I love the colors in this show. Character models were exactly as they needed to be. All of the different fight sequences, especially in the final fight that we had between June and Tomo's dad, was done really, really well. I actually like some of the animation with the fists flying at each other in that final sequence, and the show really did deliver. Not masterful, but really, really damn good. I give art and animation a 9 out of 10. I think they did a really, really good job, and there's, not much more that I could have asked different from the art and animation from this show. And then last but not least, the music. The thing that sets the mood, that sets everything, the music was actually really, really well done. I love the opening and ending of this series. I loved our soundtrack. I feel that music that was played in appropriate places throughout all 13 episodes. And again, while this isn't like some Made in Abyss OST music or anything like that, this was really, 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 really good music that matches the dynamic of this show, especially being this is a rom-com show. So that said, music is also a 9 out of 10. So we have the story at 9.5. We have the storyboarding at a 10, a perfect score, and art and animation and music is a 9 out of 10. So, because I cannot give any more halves, there will be no half delivered for this show, for the overall score. But I really want to say that there is nothing more I really could have asked from this show than what we got. And for a show with this type of violent dynamic between our main characters, but also very wholesome dynamics, A show that showed that side characters can be just as important and brought into a story as main characters. And in many cases, the side characters actually overshadowed the main characters in very select moments, and that was also part of my negative that I had, which is why I kind of had to lower a half point a little bit with the story, because there were times that Carol and Misuzu were just completely overshadowing Tomo and June. But even that ended up serving a purpose as we got to the tail end of the series. So with the delivery of this entire show, how they presented the characters, and just everything that we got, this was a really, really, really well done show, guys. This was a really, really superior show for its genre, and I can now confidently and comfortably say that this show will unfortunately have to take over Angel Next Door. I actually watched, and it's funny because, and I'm going to deviate a little bit from my Tomo reactions to talk a little bit. I recently rewatched the Angel Next Door finale with a friend of mine that's living with me now, and I realized that while that show also had a super, super wholesome story and super wholesome conclusion, along with side characters that were also involved, the complexity is where things were a little different. And by complexity, I mean Misuzu alone was probably a little more complex than a vast majority of every character in the Angel Next Door, maybe with the exception of our main girl herself, because of the fact we did learn that, unfortunately, her parents completely hated and despised her. I was very upset about that, very heartbroken by that. And so when I say that there's more complexity, I mean it just in the context of every character had a really heavy, complex situation that was presented to us in Tomo. That wasn't so much the case to the same extent in Angel. And so when I look at the two, I have to say that Tomo was definitely a little more complex, and the execution of that complexity was definitely on a very superior level. So because of that, Tomo is going to be rated a little higher than Angel Next Door, and I am very happy to award Tomo-chan Is a Girl a very strong and commanding 9 out of 10. This show will become my top third show, so this will be my third most enjoyed show this season, coming right behind The Magical Revolution, and in number 1, the Danmachi 4th season, second Cur. I believe that the author and the production team did an outstanding job bringing this source to life. You guys hyped the hell up out of this show. You guys said that this show was going to be everything that it ended up being, and it was everything that you guys said it was going to be. And I'm just so grateful that I had a chance to watch this and experience this. We've had a lot of really great rom-coms that ran this season. All of them did a great job in their own means, and some of them did not finish, unfortunately. Cough Kubo. So, and that show will, of course, be resuming in the spring, and I look forward to being able to tell you what my final rating of that show will be once the run is done with that in the spring. So, that's it, guys. So that is the conclusion of Tomo-chan Is a Girl. I really, really do appreciate you guys joining me for the reaction. If you did like the video, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And if you want to be one of the first to be notified when a new reaction becomes available, hit the bell icon. So it is time to part ways with each other. There is one last reaction to do tomorrow, and that is the season finale, The Spy Classroom. Unfortunately, Nier Automata version 1.1a remains in an indefinite hiatus, and we have no idea when the series will resume. But as soon as we know, as soon as it's announced, I will make sure to let you all know, and hopefully I'll be able to finish the reaction to the series at such a time. So, that said, one more reaction to go, and we're done with the winter season. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Spy Classroom season finale, and until that time, catch you later.